Okay, so for today's independent practice, we're going to be also dealing with changes in temperatures from morning to afternoon. So we have this whole table here, and I'm going to go over the example problem that they have for you so that we understand what's needed to be done. Okay. So on letter A, it says the morning temperature started at 1 degree Celsius. So you can see we already started on the positive side of the number line. We're to the right of 0. And they represented that change with this short arrow right here from 0 to 1, just to represent the fact that we've started at 1 degree Celsius. From that, there was a change. It was a rise of 3 degrees Celsius. And we know a rise is a positive change, right? So we're going to the right, and we're going to the right 3 degrees. So from 1 degree, I'm going to start my arrow, or they started their arrow, and we represented a rise of 3 degrees. And they placed a dot on the number 4 just to show that we are now at 4 degrees Celsius. So if we look at the equation, it was just 1 degree plus 3 degrees is 4 degrees. And that's not too tricky for you guys because you've been dealing with positives for a very long time. So that wasn't too much for you to think about. So I'm going to skip number or letter B, and you guys can do it. I'm going to do letter C just so that you have an idea of one that's not all positive numbers. Okay. All right. So this one says the morning temperature was -2 degrees. So what you can do is you can click right here for this line tool. I would suggest clicking the arrow just so that you can get an arrow. If you just click the line tool, it's only going to draw a line with no arrow at the end. Okay. All right, so I'm going to represent the fact that the temperature, the morning temperature was -2. So I'm going to start at 0, and I can draw this arrow to the left of 0, 2 units to represent -2. Our morning temperature started at -2 or 2 degrees below 0. Okay. From there, we then fall 6 degrees. So our changes fall. And we know fall is a negative word, right? It's going down. Now, because we're working on the negative side, right, we're already at -2 degrees. You have to ask yourself if the temperature is continuously falling, what's happening? Am I getting further negative? Did I somehow get into the positives? And we know fall is a negative change, like I said. So it means that we're moving to the left, we're moving further to the left. So the temperature was at -2, and then it continued to fall. It fell 6 more degrees. So let's see, that'd be 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, 5 degrees, 6 degrees, which means the temperature is now at -8 degrees. If you want, I'm trying to see, you can use this one right here to create a shape, and it'll actually let you put a dot on -8. I think it does come filled in like lightly a gray color, but if you want to change it, you can click the bucket and turn it black just so it's a little bit more, it stands out a little bit more. Okay. So our final temperature is -8 degrees. So I'm going to fill this in right here, -8. And I'm going to write the addition equation. So I know I started at -2. And what did I add to that? I actually added a negative change, right? I added the fact that I was going to decrease the temperature 6 more degrees. Okay, now the reason I have -6 in parentheses is because when we have those two signs next to each other, it gets really confusing, right? So I want to point out that that negative sign goes with the 6, and then this plus is just the operation between my two numbers, okay? And we know that that came out to be -8. Another way you can think of it, not in terms of temperature, is let's say debt. So if you already owed someone $2 and now you owe them another 6, right? So we're adding the fact that you now owe them more money, right? You now owe them another $6. Well, now you're just even more in debt. You're just getting further away from 0 in debt, right? So I don't know. You didn't learn your lesson the first time. I guess you bet them again, and now you owe them $6 more. So now you owe them a total of $8 owed. So you are 8 below 0. Okay. So, see what you can do on this, and we'll definitely go over it tomorrow. Just keep in mind your keywords. Rise is an increase, or we're moving to the right, and fall is a decrease, or we're moving to the left. Okay, I think you guys will do fine, but we'll go over it tomorrow, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.